Hi guys, how are you? Hope you are all feeling well. Well, this is morning. This is fresh and juicy morning. So I would like to wish you happy morning and happy June. Today is the 1st June and you must be enjoying holidaying as summer vacation is going on. Well, like before, I have come again in your service with some idioms and phrases, okay, that we will study together. So let us begin. So before we begin, let us remember the Almighty God, because of whose mercy we are surviving today. Because of His mercy, we are living peacefully and lovingly. So let us begin. First, I will explain a little bit about idioms, okay, how idiom came into existence. Note, the word idiom is derived from French. फ्रेंच यानी फ्रांस की भाषा से जो इडियम को ड्राइव किया गया वहाँ से लिया गया इडियोम. इडियोमे आर लैटिन से लिया गया इडियोमा, या फ्रॉम ग्रीक इडियोमा मैटोज मीन्स होता है प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी. इडियोम लैटिन में क्या कहते हैं, इसको प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी कहते हैं. What is idiom? Idioms can be defined as expression peculiar to a language. The idiomatic usage play a very important or prominent role in all languages. जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि idiom जो है phrase का एक बहुत बड़ा contribution है language में, because it cement, beautify and decorate the language. When you use idiom and phrases in your language, of course it becomes attractive and very good looking, or you can say lucrative towards the listeners, okay. So we often use these idiom and phrases. Even these idiom and phrases are frequently asked in exams, okay, in competitive exam. So we will study together about idiom and phrases, okay. So the very first idiom goes like this: equal to the occasion. What does it mean? Able to cope with circumstances, यानी परिस्थितियों से लड़ने में सक्षम होना. To be able to cope with difficulties. If there is any difficulties, if there is any untoward situation, you are not getting disturbed and nervous, but you are just having guts to fight with. This is what we call equal to the occasion in phrase or in idiom, okay. Let us see the example. When people came to attack him, जब लोग उसको अटैक करने आए, he rose the occasion and repulsed the attack. What do you mean by repulse? Repulse means to counter attack, यानी जवाबी हमला करना, okay. So hope you have got this. Now see the next word, eye to eye. What does it mean? To agree, यानी सहमति होना, किसी चीज़ पर रजामंद होना. I have used an example. I don't see eye to eye with you on at least on this point. यानी एक पॉइंट है, मैं इस पर आपसे एग्री नहीं हूँ. यानी वट एवर यू से, आई डोंट एग्री विद दैट. सो आई टू आई मीन्स एग्री होना, यानी किसी चीज़ से सहमति होना. नाउ सी द नेक्स्ट वर्ड, नेक्स्ट idiom, fair and square means just, reliable, something faithful, something loyal that you can trust on. यानी कोई ऐसी चीज़ जो अच्छी हो. It can be dealing, it can be person. Like I have used, I can believe only those who are fair and square in their dealing. मैं सिर्फ उन लोगों पर विश्वास करता हूँ जो अपनी डीलिंग में, लेन देन में क्या है, फेयर एंड स्क्वायर. Like if I have business and my business is running well, but there are some customers who are not honest. They always try to mischief and deceive. So I don't like, because they are not fair and square in their dealing. So this is how you can use the word fair and square, okay. Now see the next word, French leave. What does it mean? Leave without permission, like we used to have when we were in high school and intermediate. In our schooling days, we had French leave without permission. We were scaling the wall and after next day we were beaten also. हम जो दीवार से कूद जाते थे. तो French leave means leave without permission. This is derived from France, a French language. बिना परमिशन के छुट्टी ले लेना. Like I have used an example, he is enjoying French leave because he has no earned leave. यानी जो CL मिलती है, या CL, HCL, half casual leave in the school. There are I think 40 CLs in schools, okay. That is in your custody, that is in your hand, you can take. So if you don't take, later you can take it, okay. सो दिस इज़ व्हाट वी कॉल CL. तो उसने CL इसको नहीं मिली या उसने उसका एंजॉय नहीं किया, तो दैट्स वाई ही इज़ हैविंग लीव विदाउट परमिशन. तो दिस इज़ व्हाट वी कॉल फ्रेंच लीव, यानी लीव विदाउट परमिशन, बगैर किसी अनुमति के जो है इधर उधर जाना या छुट्टी लेना. सी द नेक्स्ट, टू फ्लॉग द डेड हार्स, to do to do useless task, yani to do something that is not bringing the result. Like if the horse is dead, if you are beating the horse, because horse is already dead, can it walk, can it run? It doesn't run. Why? Because it is already dead. So to do anything which is useless is just the waste of time and energy. Like I have used an example, he will never stand first, he is flogging the dead horse by working hard. So you need to work hard, you need to have a smart study, not only wasting time and energy, but you need to understand the core elements, the core point of anything. तो दिस इज़ हाउ वी कैन यूज़ द वर्ड टू फ्लॉग द डेड हार्स, यानी कोई ऐसा कार्य करना जो सिर्फ करो लेकिन उसका कोई रिजल्ट नहीं क्रिएट हो. दैट इज़ व्हाट वी कॉल टू फ्लॉग द डेड हार्स. Like you can use an example, my friend who is brilliant but he does not use or he does not invest his time into study, he is doing another thing, तो he is flogging the dead horse. तो इस तरीके से आप यूज़ कर सकते हो. नाउ सी द नेक्स्ट वर्ड, टू फॉलो सूट. व्हाट डज इट मीन? टू ओबे, आज्ञा का पालन करना, फॉलो करना. लाइक आई हैव यूज्ड एन एग्जांपल, यू शुड रेज वॉइस, अदर्स विल फॉलो सूट, यानी आप आवाज़ उठाइए और आपका लोग साथ देंगे. Like if there is any case in school, if there is any request that to be made to principal, so of course we are frightened. So in our batch there is someone who is very bold, so he says that I am going to talk to the principal but you need to be with me. So this is how you can say you should raise voice, others will follow suit, यानी आप आवाज़ लगाइए हम लोग साथ देते हैं. तो दिस इज़ व्हाट वी कॉल टू फॉलो सूट, यानी ओबे करना, आज्ञा का पालन करना. Let us see the next, first and foremost. What does it mean? Most important duty, yani any duty that you give priority to, any duty that you think to be crucial and important. Like I have used an example, it is my first and foremost duty to help the poor, and it should be our first and foremost duty to help the poor. गरीबों की मदद करना ये हमारी पहली priority होनी चाहिए, प्राथमिकता होनी चाहिए. तो this is how you can use the word. Now see the next, foregone conclusion, known beforehand, anything that you know before it happens, पहले से पता होना. I have used an example, it was my foregone conclusion that he will not agree with you. Okay, so foregone conclusion means to know beforehand. Like if you want to do any work with your friend but you already know that he will not work, he is against you, so you already know, but if you go and try to work with him, so this is the waste of time. So you can say it is foregone conclusion that he will not work with me because I know him. So this is how the word is used. Okay, now see the next word, fall out. What does it mean? Quarrel, to have argument, to have controversy. झगड़ना लड़ना. Okay, the two friends fell out on the distribution of money, यानी पैसे के बंटवारे पे दो लोग आपस में झगड़ पड़े. Okay, so this is how you can use the word. Like you can say that in our family or in home, in household, this is very quite common, that falling out is very common thing. Okay, so like if there is something, like if you have a business and you are having partnership with someone. Okay, so there is some issue of distribution of money, so you both fall out. Okay, this is how you can use the word, यानी quarrel करना, आपस में लड़ना. fan the flame, what does it mean? To increase evil, बुराई फैलाना. Okay, do not fan the flame of communalism. Communalism means, what does it mean? Communalism means to divide community on the basis of caste and gender. फिरका प्रस्ती इसको कहते हैं, संप्रदायिता. इन ए सेकुलर स्टेट, यानी आप सेकुलर स्टेट में वेयर पीपल आर लिविंग टुगेदर with humanity, with fraternity, with affinity, with love and affection, why are you fanning the flame? Okay, so fan the flame means आग लगाना, बुराई फैलाना. hope you have got this word. Now see the next, feather one's own nest, to make money by dishonest or disadvantageous means, यानी गलत तरीके से जो है पैसा कमाना, या बेईमानी से, गलती से गलत तरीके से पैसा कमाना. Like I have used an example, he is selfish person and always tries to feather his own nest. यानी मेरा एक दोस्त या कोई भी है वो बहुत सेल्फिश है और हमेशा वो जो है अपनी ही के लिए पड़ा रहता है, या कह सकते हो कि वो हमेशा अपनी जेब भरने की फिराक में रहता है. दिस इज हाउ यू कैन यूज द वर्ड feather one's own nest. Okay, now see the next. From hand to mouth, बड़ी कठिनाई से जीविका कमाना. Like I have used an example, he does not have spare money, he lives from hand to mouth. तो उसके पास पैसा नहीं है and his life is very tough, and because of poverty, because of extreme poverty, he is living from hand to mouth. Like it happened in the past when we were in COVID-19 situation. So it was tough for us to manage life because everything was shut, business was shut, school was shut, so we were living very difficultly. So this is how we can use from hand to mouth. Okay, hope you got this word. Now see the next word, from pillar to post. From one place to another, यानी from A to B, from one place to another, यानी एक स्थान से दूसरे स्थान पर भ्रमण करना, भटकना. Like I have used an example, he had to roam from pillar to post for getting job, and this is quite common thing now in this era, that it is tough for us to manage a job. Okay, because inflation is going high and joblessness has gone up, so each and every person is running from pillar to post to manage living a livelihood. Okay, so this is how you can use the word from pillar to post. Like you can say that in this era, people, even the youngers, even the those who have just recently got education or graduated from college, they are running from pillar to post to get job, but this is tough. Now see the next. For good means forever, सदैव हमेशा के लिए. I am sure he had left India for good, यानी मुझे विश्वास है कि वो इंडिया हमेशा के लिए छोड़ दिया है. तो you can use like this. Like you can say your habit is not good, you have gambling habit, you are drinking, so please leave it for good, यानी हमेशा के लिए इसे छोड़ दीजिए. To find fault with, to pick holes, गलती ढूंढना, गलती निकालना. Like I have used an example, do not find fault with everyone, it is a bad habit. It is quite common that we often start finding fault with others without looking into our own. So we should not find fault with others, we should look into ourselves first, then we need not to look others. Okay, so this is quite wrong thing, we should not practice this kind of activity. So this is how you can use find fault with, गलती ढूंढना, गलती निकालना. Now see the next word or the next phrase, to fish in troubled water, to take undue advantage of others difficulties. Okay, दूसरी की गरीबी या मजबूरी का फ़ायदा उठाना. आफ्टर फ्लड्स पीपल हैड नो प्लेस टू लिव इन, यानी जब फ्लड आई तो लोगों के पास जगह नहीं थी रहने के लिए. सो लैंड लॉर्ड्स बाई रेजिंग रेंट्स फिश्ड इन टर्बल्ड वाटर, यानी लैंड लॉर्ड ने, ज़मींदार ने क्या किया, रेट जो है ज़मीन का बढ़ा दिया, रेंट उसका बढ़ा दिया. तो क्या किया, ऑलरेडी पीपल वेयर इन टर्बल एंड ही इंक्रीज द रेट एंड द रेंट्स एंड दिस क्रिएटेड फर्दर प्रॉब्लम टू द पुअर. तो इस तरीके से आप यूज़ कर सकते हो कि फिश, टू फिश इन द टर्बल्ड वाटर, यानी टू touches someone who is already in touch problem. Like in COVID-19 people were out of job. Okay, so if the rate used to increase, so that would further increase the difficulties of the people. So like this you can use the word to fish in the troubled water. Now see the next, fall short of, to be deficient, यानी किसी चीज़ की कमी होना या कमी रह जाना. He would have he would have bought बंगला, बट ही वुड हैव बॉट बंगला, वो बंगला ख़रीद लेता, बट ही फेल शॉर्ट ऑफ रिक्वायर्ड मनी या अमाउंट, यानी ही वॉज इन द मूड और इन द नीड ऑफ बाइंग बंगला, बट सिंस ही हैड नॉट सफिशिएंट मनी टू बाई दैट, so he fell short of some amount. Like you can say that recently IPL concluded and GT, Gujarat Titans, became the champion. Congrats to the team. Hardik Pandya was the captain. So the final match was against Rajasthan Royals. Okay, so both the teams were neck to neck, but as Rajasthan Royal was batting first, it only put on the board 130 runs. That was not sufficient to defend. So I think Rajasthan Royals fell short of some 30 runs or more. If the score would be 160, so the match would be very thrilling. So it was one-sided match and won by GT Gujarat Titans. Like this you can use. तो fall short of means किसी चीज़ की कमी हो जाना. Okay. See the next, gift of the gap. What does it mean? Power of speech. बोलने का हुनर. If you are eloquent, if you are orator, then you have the power of speaking, that you can convince any people because of your powerful speech. Okay, this is what we call gift of the gap, and this is the gift from God. Every person is not able to speak. Every speaker is not dominant. Only few are, because this is also a quality that is distributed to Lord, by Lord to the person. Okay, so gift of the gap means power of speech, बोलने का हुनर. Like here I have used an example. It is with the help of the gift of the gap that he convinces everyone. Yani he is trying to convince each and every person, because he has power, he has that acumen, he has that guts to convince each and every person, because he has gift of the gap. यानी उसको बोलने का हुनर है, इसीलिए वो हर किसी को जो है मना लेता है. Like this you can use in example. Okay, to grope in the dark. Okay, grope means fumble, टटोलना कोई चीज़ डार्क में, अंधेरे में. What does it mean? असफलता पूर्व कोई वस्तु खोजना. Like sometime it happens that when we are lying in the bed, okay, and all of a sudden electricity gets disconnected, so we start fumbling our cell phone, our other objects in the dark, so we are able to find till light takes place. So this is how we can say grope in the dark. Like our grandmother, if they are old, so they often fumble their spectacles in the dark, because their eyesight is a little bit abnormal, they are unable to see properly, so they fumble their object like glasses, something like that. तो अंधेरे में टटोलना, असफलता पूर्व कोई वस्तु खोजना. Okay, like I have used an example. He does not know anything about this course, he is just groping in the dark. Like if you want to prepare for IAS or for NEET, but you don't know more about this, you just listen and you have made your mind that I will do this. So this is something like fumbling in the dark, groping in the dark. Just try to know about the criteria, about the system of NEET, and how you can prepare all this. System or knowledge should be collected first, and after that you should enter. Then the journey will be easy. But if you don't know anything, you just go to some place and you start preparing, this is not fair. This is something like groping in the dark. So first you need to understand, you need to observe, you need to get knowledge from those who are knowledgeable, who are in this field, and after that you can take this step, and then the journey will be easy. Otherwise it will be just like groping in the dark. Hope you got this word. Now see the next, to grease the palm. What does it mean? To bribe. घूस देना, रिश्वत लेना, bribery, that we call. So one must grease the palm to get work done. Like we are living in this era, in this generation, where money is everything. Okay, if you need any work to be done, so you need to pay payment to the officers, to the school staff, otherwise your work will not be done. To grease the palm means घूस देना. Like you can say that my friend was not good in study, he was nil, he was dull, still he got job because his father was rich, so his father greased the palm. It means by giving money to the selection board, he became able to get one job for his son. So this is how you can use the word to grease the palm, यानी घूस देना. See the next, to gain ground, to become popular. कोई चीज़ लोकप्रिय होना, कोई चीज़ का, किसी चीज़ का कंटिन्यू होना, आगे बढ़ना, लोकप्रियता होना, या फिर जो है उसको बढ़ावा देना. दिस रूमर इज़ गेनिंग ग्राउंड एंड विल बिकम नोन टू एवरीवन. यानी ये जो अफवाह है वो बहुत तेज़ी से क्या है, स्प्रेड कर रही है, और ये थोड़ी देर बाद सबके प्रति जो है ये जानी जाने लगेगी. ओके, लाइक यू कैन से दैट when we started our YouTube channel, so of course we were not getting lots of support, but people came, start supporting, and now our channel is gaining ground. So you can use like this. Like you can say, my friend who started a business, okay, so his business was not working well, was not bringing lots of money in the beginning, but he worked hard, and then of course his business is gaining ground. अब उसका business जो है peak पे आ गया है. तो you can use in any way according to the requirement, wherever you feel. तो तो दिस इज व्हाट वी कॉल गेन ग्राउंड यानी लोकप्रिय होना. नाउ द नेक्स्ट, टू गेट द सैक, व्हाट डज इट मीन? सैक मीन्स बोरा होता है यानी बोरिया बिस्तरा लेके चले जाना, या लाइक वी यूज़ बैग एंड बैगेज. ओके, डिसमिस सस्पेंड निकाल देना, खारिज कर देना. लाइक आई हैव यूज्ड एन एग्जांपल फॉर द लैप्स. लैप्स मीन्स शॉर्ट, लाइक कमी. You will get the sack. And if you are working in the company, if you are working in school as a teacher, and if you do not teach with responsibility, you are just shirking your duty, so the principal will sack you, will suspend you. Even if you are working in the company and you are not working with rule and regulation, then what will happen? You will be given the exit way, you will not be allowed to enter. The boss or the CEO will turn you out of the company because you are not working according to the system of the company. So to get the sack means dismiss कर देना. Like he got the sack because of his irresponsibility. खैर जिम्मेदारी के लिए उसको जो है क्या मिला? सस्पेंशन मिला, निकाल दिया गया. To give wide berth, here berth not BIRTH, it is BERTH. BERT means seat, like berth in the train. Okay, to give wide berth, to keep at distances यानी दूरी बनाए रखना. Okay, he is not a good man, so give him a wide berth. So like smoking and drinking, these things are quite cancerous to our body. It just eats up our body and it leads us to destruction. Okay, so we must give a wide berth from all these harmful and life threatening things. Okay, or you can use that my friend is showy, he doesn't like us, he is an egoist, so we must give a wide berth from him. Okay, so like this you can use. Now see the next, hush money, money given to secure silence यानी किसी को चुप रहने के लिए, शांत रखने के लिए घुस देना. Like if you have committed crime, okay, and now you do not want your crime to be on surface, it should be always hidden. So what will you do? You will give the money to some people who may spread your your theft, your crime. So this is how you can use that hush money. Okay, तो हुश मनी माने चुप रहने के लिए, शांत रहने के लिए घुस देना, पैसा देना, ताकि अदर पर्सन कैन नॉट ओपन हिज माउथ एंड स्पिल द बीन, लाइक यानी कि योर सीक्रेट में बी रिवील्ड. तो टू अवॉइड योर सीक्रेट टू बी रिवील्ड, यू नीड टू give someone money. So this is what we call hush money. Okay, hope you got this. Now see the next, to live in the lurch or to live in large, to desert in a difficulty यानी बेसहारा छोड़ देना. Okay, those who are after only worldly gains will leave the friends in lurch यानी वो व्यक्ति, वो लोग, वो शख्स जो हमेशा दुनियावी या संसारिक लाभ के लिए रहते हैं, वो हमेशा अपने दोस्तों को बेसहारा छोड़ देते हैं. ओके, like I have like if I use an example, in more example, you can say that my friend who I trusted a lot, when he started having business, he was earning lots of money. Once I went to him for support, but he did not listen to me, he left me in the lurch. Or you can say use like this, I was going somewhere with my friend. Okay, all of a sudden I met an accident, unfortunately I was bleeding, but my friend, despite helping me, he left me in the lurch यानी वो छोड़ के भाग गया. तो like this you can use the word. Okay, to live in the lurch. Now see the next and the final word, a final idiom, to leave no stone unturned यानी कोई पत्थर, if you exactly translate it, तो it will be यानी कोई पत्थर ऐसा ना हो कि उसको जो है फेंका ना गया हो ना, इस तरीके से इसका जो है हिंदी निकलेगी. बट लेट अस सी व्हाट डज इट मीन इडियोमेटिकली. टू लीव नो स्टोन अनटर्न्ड यानी टू डू वंस अटमोस्ट यानी हर प्रयास करना यानी कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ना. ओके, लाइक आई हैव यूज्ड एन एग्जांपल, ही विल लीव नो स्टोन अनटर्न्ड फॉर गेटिंग द जॉब. लाइक दिस इज क्वाइट कॉमन that our youth are working hard day and night, they are not living or they are leaving no stone unturned to get job. Why? Because to get job is very tough task in our state, in UP and across the country. Okay, so each and every student leaving no stone unturned. Like you can say that when Rajasthan Royal put 130 runs on the board in final of IPL, it was very low score, but still the bowlers of our Rajasthan Royals left no stone unturned. But finally they were defeated because of the low score. So this is how you can use the word or the frame. You can frame these idiomatic words. So who guys, hope you have got all these meanings and you enjoyed a lot. So please give your feedback if you have loved, and this is how you can use in your daily life, and these idiom and phrase will help you a lot in your competitive exam as well. So you can note it somewhere in the in the copy, so that it may be taken as a revision. Okay, so thank you once again. So please subscribe and also give your feedback, that matters a lot.